Okay, well, everyone, thanks so much. I'm so glad to be here. Just flew in for London, so just fresh out back from Heathrow. And I'm joined here by my colleague, Morty, who you can actually find at the Vultr booth just outside the hall. I'm excited to speak with you today because we're at the dawn of a new 10-year cycle. And we've been through 10-year cycles before. This next 10-year cycle is about moving from cloud-native applications and moving to AI-native applications, rebuilding all of our internal platforms, rebuilding all of our applications to actually put AI at the core. And with this next 10-year cycle, we need to do something decidedly different than we did in the last 10-year cycle. In the early days of cloud-native engineering, unfortunately, many of us built applications that got wedded to a stack of an AWS or a GCP or an Azure. And we've only just now moved to platform engineering principles to start ensuring portability of our containerized applications across clouds to get the greatest cost efficiency. In this next era of AI, we run the risk of actually building all of our AI services on the big three hyperscalers. Here at Vultr, we're the alternative cloud. We're the anti-big tech cloud, and we are proud to be a member of the open source community and working with this community specifically so that the next 10 years of AI-driven compute looks decidedly different, and it's driven from a platform engineering approach. So how do we scale AI-native applications? Well, first and foremost, we must bring the principles of composable application architectures to infrastructure. We need to make composability at the core of the mission, ensuring all of our containerized applications, all of our containerized AI models are built on open source and open standards principles and are portable across clouds, and we're not locked into the big three hyperscalers. And of course, we need to make sure that everything we pre-build enables a self-service experience for developers, that we're properly product managing not just the code, but actually all of the infrastructure templates that are necessary to spin up our dev, build, test, and deployment environments, so that everything is pre-packaged and that we have all of the built-in compliance controls specifically around the use of data to train our models so we can ensure data residency and we can ensure data provenance, because we are all at a risk of not putting data at the core of the mission of platform engineering teams. We need to containerize our data and snapshot our data just as much as we're containerizing our AI models and containerizing our code. Our mission here at Vultr is to help you build the power of the AI-enabled applications with new composable cloud infrastructure, where you're thinking about the core platform of services of your containerized microservices, your containerized data, your containerized AI models, and marrying that to all of the accelerated compute, accelerated storage, and accelerated networking that you need. Here at Vultr, we're the only hyperscaler that's actually provisioning top-of-the-line NVIDIA and AMD GPUs at global scale across all of our 9 data center regions here in Europe and 32 data center regions all around the world. This is all about enabling you to build that composable infrastructure template that is part of your core self-service experience for your developers to provide that golden path for AI infrastructure. And this template is something that you can product manage with proper audit trails and proper version control, so you have a snapshot and a record of the different compute architectures that will be spun up for all of your AI initiatives. This is about enabling the scale out of all of your accelerated compute, your accelerated storage, and your accelerated networking. And again, taking that product management approach and bringing actual source code management principles to your composable infrastructure templates so that you can have a permanent record and audit trail and snapshot and rollback point for all of the infrastructure that you stood up and all of the services that you stood up to support any end user experience. And here at Vultr, we're also making certain that we can help you better scale globally by even enabling you to spin up your own serverless API endpoints, so that on the back end, as you're enabling your developers to build and scale global applications, you don't have to pre-figure out how many resources you need in different regions all around the globe and all of the implications for data transfers and data residency, because that will simply be completely abstracted out in the composable infrastructure template. We will handle that for you. And again, as I mentioned here at Vultr, we are the alternative hyperscaler, platform built by developers for developers, proud members of the open source community, and proud components of making certain that we do things very different in the next 10 years so we don't fall into the same pitfalls we did in the early days of cloud, and we reimagine cloud native applications, putting AI at the core, focused on the efforts of building that internal platform through all of your efforts here. So thank you so much. And if you want one of our Himalayan vultures, we're right outside in the show floor. Thank you.